If dating wasn't hard enough, now it's also apparently a national security risk. As first reported by Reuters, the U.S. government has warned Chinese gaming company Beijing Kunlun Tech that its ownership of the popular gay dating app Grindr is a national security risk. Kunlun had planned a Grindr IPO, but Reuters reports it is now planning an auction to sell Grindr. What do you? So national security risk of a dating app.
Some relevant history here. In 2016, is when Kunlun acquired a majority stake in Grindr for $93 million. So the Americans behind Grindr kind of cashed out at that point. And if you are those guys, you're probably watching this and maybe you're saying, well, gosh, a security risk? No, we have good tech. We're not. But we are in an era when it seems like the US is concerned and interested in pointing out, and I'm not saying necessarily unfairly, that many Chinese apps, many Chinese tech services, but this is an interesting case because this is a US-based one owned by the Chinese, have security risks. I don't know if necessarily every story we hear about the US claiming that a certain piece of Chinese tech has security risks is correct and valid. Who's to say? Some may be. I mean, ZTE, Huawei, we know that the US has those in its crosshairs. Grindr? Is Grindr a security risk?
I actually think this would be more obviously a security risk than Huawei or ZTE. I mean, to me, from my point of view, it's like, okay, Huawei and ZTE are making physical products that may be implanted with stealth chips that could be activated so that the Chinese can spy on you. Grindr is owned by a company that is majority held, I guess, by a company that is based in China. Grindr is just data. It's just information about its users.
Very personal.
Very personal data.
Location
data about how old they are, where they've been,
what
who they're talking to, what they like. All these things about its users, that to me is much more obviously a security risk than physical hardware that's kind of this minority report world of, oh, they're spying on you. Like, yeah, of course they're spying on you. All it is data.
That's interesting. Yeah, I kind of think the inverse, but I like your take. I think anything that could have a secretive chip on it could be very insidious. And we're just talking about an app.
I just think it's interesting for consumers to know who actually owns things. The same way with the JAB story. And
love it. Talking about that. And I still think, you mentioned JAB Holding. Quick reminder to our viewers: JAB, this German family-owned company that has been in the news for the wrong reasons this week, owns practically every coffee brand you know other than Starbucks. Peet's, Panera, Keurig, Krispy Kreme, Caribou. All that said, I still think that a much more obvious company, Instagram, is still a company where not everyone who uses it realizes who it's owned by. I don't think most Instagram users still, even after all the bad press, are aware that Facebook owns Instagram.
Well, now Match Group can fill out their portfolio and they can just buy Grindr.
Yep.